What's up, everybody? I'm Matt Kobold, and this is Keepin It Breezy, courtesy of High Fiber Sports. And tonight, I've got to talk about a Mountain West basketball game that I attended last weekend between the Rams of Colorado State and the San Diego State Aztecs. Let's break this game down. We had some good Mountain West ball up in Fort Collins, Colorado. This will actually be a Pac-12 game next year as the conference is relaunching after poaching half of the MWC. Moby Arena was rocking for this one. ESPN called San Diego State one of the bubbliest of bubble teams heading into the weekend, while Colorado State was picking up steam, but still not sniffing the tournament. The Rams, they started out slow in this one, taking their first lead with about 7 minutes remaining before halftime, growing that lead to 13 points at the break. Never looking back, the Aztecs, they looked tough in the second half, scoring 49 freaking points, but they couldn't cool down Colorado State. The biggest difference for me in this game was the shooting from the Rams. They shot 47% from the field, 83% from the line, and 42% from deep, connecting on 13 triples. Colorado State knocks off the Aztecs 83-74. Let's look at the Colorado State Rams here first, since they did win the game. They're 19-10 overall, 10-8 in the Mountain West Conference. They're winners of 7 games in a row. They're one of the hottest teams in the nation. They've got a good 7-man core up there in Fort Collins. All 7 guys averaging at least 8.4 points per game. Leading scorer on the season, as we sit here right now, is Brandon Recksteiner, a 6'1 junior Virginia Tech transfer, got some experience in the ACC. He hit 5 big threes in this game. He had 16 points and 4 boards on the season. He's averaging 12 points on 45% shooting from the floor, 78% from the line, and 40% from deep. Another guy who could lead the Rams in scoring on any given night is the 6'9 sophomore Kyle Jorgensen. He's a versatile big man. He only had 7 points in this game, but a team-high 8 rebounds. He was crashing the glass. On the season, Jorgensen is averaging 12 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game, shooting 54% from the floor, 81% from the line, and 42% from deep. Another Colorado State Ram I've got to bring up here is this 6'10 junior Kerry Booth. Now, the reason I'm familiar with this young man is because he spent his freshman year in South Bend, Indiana, with the Irish at Notre Dame. He then transfers to Illinois. Now he's out here in Fort Collins. He's athletic, he's long, also versatile. He had 22 points in this game against the Aztecs on 8 of 12 shooting to go along with 5 rebounds. He had a huge poster early in this game to wake everybody up. He got the crowd on their feet multiple times on the season. Booth is averaging 10.5 points and 6 rebounds, shooting 54% from the floor, 83% from the line, and 41% from deep. Now, I've laid out 3 Colorado State Rams here already, but I haven't gotten to my star of the show, my big dog of the day for Colorado State, San Diego State. It's going to be Jace Butler, a 6'4 sophomore guard transfer from Washington. He was actually filling in the starting lineup with Pasquarelli out. Jace Butler in this game against San Diego State had a career-high 25 points. He was shooting the long ball. He was getting to the rim, getting to the free throw line. Defense collapsing. He was dishing it out. He was 4 of 6 from deep and 11 of 12 from the line. Jace Butler had scored more than 14 points just once in his collegiate career prior to this game. He's now averaging 8.4 points per game to go along with 3 rebounds on 46% shooting from the floor, 82% from the line, and 41% from deep.
Oh, yeah! There you go.
Put it up.
Looking at San Diego State now, this was actually my 3rd year in a row seeing the Aztecs in person. 2 years ago, went up to Fort Collins for a big game against the Rams. Last year, went down to the Springs to see him play Air Force. Double OT thriller, buzzer beater by the Aztecs. Good one there. I guess I'm a fan of San Diego State. I'm a fan of Brian Dutcher, the head coach. He's always got tough, rugged, scrappy teams. And it's a good program. San Diego State, they've been to the NCAA tournament each of the last 5 seasons. They made it all the way to the championship game in 2023. And they also made the Sweet 16 the following year in 2024, losing both of those games to eventual national champion UConn. Looking at San Diego State right now, they're losers of 3 of their last 4 games. They're slipping a bit, fellas. They're 19-9 overall, 13-5 in the Mountain West. 9 losses already. It's March tomorrow, but it feels like it's too much to endure right now. Let's look at those 9 losses. They lost to frickin' Troy. They lost to Troy. They also lost to Michigan by 40. They lost to Baylor on a neutral. Baylor's not making the tournament. They lost to Arizona. And now getting into the conference play, they lost to Grand Canyon, Utah State, Grand Canyon again, Colorado State in this game, and then they dropped a game in the pit today against New Mexico. Their metrics, they tell me they're a bubble team right now. They're in the 40s, 50s at KenPom Net, strength of record, BPI. They tell me they're a bubble team right now, possibly on the wrong side of that bubble now after losing 3 of their last 4. To wrap up this Keepin' It Breezy, let's look at the Mountain West Conference because it's been pretty respectable lately. They've sent 4 more teams to the NCAA tournament in each of the last 3 tournaments, a conference record. They also sent 6 teams to the NCAA tournament in 2024, a conference record. But fellas, they're not sniffing 6 this year. I'm feeling 3, maybe 4, and that feels like it's pushing it. San Diego State, right now, like I said, for me, they feel like they're on the wrong side of the bubble. But if they're going to get 3 teams, the Aztecs might be that 3rd. Colorado State, they're cooking with grease right now, winners of 7 straight. But their resume is actually a good amount worse than San Diego State's is. The Rams, they're outside the top 85 at KenPom, the Net, strength of record, and BPI. Good first season for new head coach Ali Farouk-Manesh. The team, they're super efficient, can shoot the lights out, multiple guys over 40% from downtown. But Neat Clifford, Isaiah Stevens, they're not walking through that door. That next level talent that could win a game for a mid-major in March is just not on the roster, fellas. Fort Collins, Colorado, beautiful college town, big time breweries up there. The boys and I, we got up there early. We had to do the 90-minute tour at Odell. We stopped by New Belgium, beautiful brewery. Some might say the tour got the best of one of us as the row below us got soured at the game. Big win for Colorado State here, possibly popping San Diego State's bubble, 83-74. Thanks for watching.